Tirico, along with my partner Greg Olson, it's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go from Lumen Field. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Cup in motion. Throwing to open it up is Darnold. That is caught downfield by Cup. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That one's good for 29.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
We're going to start. Shaheed in motion. Pistol snap back to Darnold. He's got it at the 7. And he will score! Cooper, touchdown, Seattle.
This kind of feast or famine anytime a defensive coordinator dials up a man pressure and you don't get home, it just puts so much stress on your secondary, Mike. They feel like they're out there defending their man for an eternity, and quarterback had his opportunity to find his matchup, good protection up front, and they just couldn't hold up in coverage long enough, and they give up a big touchdown.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Broncos nothing.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Get this to about the 36-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence there on the stop.
At the 36-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That one caught by Humphries. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up a 4th down.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Shaheed in motion. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Cup in motion. Darnold to throw. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
So one of the elements of a good screen game is the quarterback having the timing in his head to know, I want to hold the ball long enough to get the rush to commit to me, to set up the blocking and set up the back behind them. But I also can't hold it on forever because then I don't have an opportunity to deliver the ball. So it was really more of the latter here where he's trying to hold on as long as he can. The pressure just gets to him a little too fast and the ball falls incomplete.
Cup in motion. They motion a receiver right. On 3rd down, they go with Walker.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. They'll try it now with Walker. And he's going to have a Seahawks 1st down. They only needed 1, but it's a gain of 6. And it keeps the drive going.
And these plays, the decision on what they're going to call, Mike, it was decided days ago. They have on that play call sheet that you see from the offensive coordinator, they have an entire category just devoted to these situations. They know the players are going to be confident, they're going to be able to execute, and they're able to move the chains.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. On the ground is Walker. Going for a short gain to the 25. That's the safety, Talanoa Hufanga on the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. Now Darnold. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. Nothing for a run after catch on that one. Out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
3rd and long. In motion is Barner. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. We'll talk things over before 3rd down. Shaheed in motion. Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. That is caught. He finds Walker. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there.
That's good for a Seahawks.
A pickup there of 19 yards. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down. On the handoff, this is Walker. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the 1st quarter of play. Seahawks football beginning this 2nd quarter. They've got it with 2nd and 3 coming up. Cup in motion. Once again, it's Walker. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
He'll run with Walker. Good blocking, and he's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Myers now to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Seahawks move out on top, 14-0.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Now to throw it here on 1st down. And it's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to.
Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, here's Gtowncapp. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
On second down, it's Nix. This one complete. Breaks up. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and manageable.
Nix from the gun on third down. That's swung out to Harvey. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. 14 on the pickup. First down, Broncos.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Now it's Dobbins. He'll be stopped after a short gain to about the 30. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And Nix with the wise move there at the end, sliding to a stop, but he's got the first down.
Broncos first down. A gain of 14. First down.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We're back to Seattle after this. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And good, hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
No gain on the play. It's now third and 4.
It's third and 4. Throwing. Nix. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second. And they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. On fourth down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. That one is good. And the Broncos get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Darnold now on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Zach Allen in there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Working across the field, he hauls it in. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. Clock is stopped at 26 seconds until the break.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Third and short yardage, and here's Darnold. Open, left side is Barner. And he is very close to the 1st down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. He'll try to run. And he will have the Seahawks 1st down. By a good couple of yards. They get 3 on 4th and inches.
1st down.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
There's a short one taken in by Barner. And he'll be out of bounds as the 1st down completion nets about 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Hello, 80.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. It's one go, looking for Shaheed.
This is one of those plays where you either have to just eat it or you got to make a better decision on where you throw that ball, because you continue to throw the ball into these crowds, especially under pressure, you're going to turn the ball over, balls are going to get tipped up in the air, and bad things are going to happen. So, fortunately for him, it winds up incomplete, but got to expect better decision-making as the game goes on.
He's going to dial up another deep ball. And nothing will come of this last-ditch attempt at some points. Time runs out in this 1st half. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the 2nd half in just a moment. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. Play action now. It's Nix. This one to the tight end, Troutman. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
That's good for a
13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. He'll find his tight end, that's Troutman. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. These two moving the chains themselves. A gain of 14 and a first down.
Broncos first down. A gain of 14. First down, Broncos.
They'll give it to Dobbins. And he does some good work on the ground here. Going to take it inside the 30 with a run of 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
From the 29, here's second and a couple. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
No gain on the play. Makes it third.
Looking out of the gun. It's Nix. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, really for two reasons. One, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. Two, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Darnold to throw on first down. Into the hands of his tight end, Barner. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They'll run here with Walker. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Seattle.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Shaheed in motion. They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
13 more yards.
13, pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another first down.
First and 10.
And Mike, you know the best time to pick up first downs is? On first downs. Don't wait for third down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row, 3 first downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
So they move inside the 20. First and 10 at the 18. Cut. Cup in motion. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. send a man in motion right. On 1st and 10, here comes Walker.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Now it's 2nd and 1.
You're set. Set.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll fight forward, doesn't get a hold up, and he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Here's Walker. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal.
Here we go, set.
In motion is Barner. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Captain, ready. Bombers.
Nick snap on 1st and 10. He will air this out, looking for something. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Here we go,
43 yards. And the Broncos first down.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. First down throw for Nix. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there. Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Ready.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
He'll try to run this one in. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, and he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
That's another Broncos.
Dobbins is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown.
Touchdown.
So So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for one and make it a one-possession game. Or some people think about going for two here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for two, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's done.
They really needed that one, didn't they, Mike? I mean, they have to find a way to keep this as a one-possession game. This will at least give them a chance to do so, depending on what happens here on 4th down.
To return, it's Mims. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line.
They're on the 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. That's caught by Harvey. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 1.
Their 48-yard line.
Now Nix going to look to throw. Open man down the field is Humphrey. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. And even 30 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Troy Franklin, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Nix. To the goal line and in. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Denver. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a two-part story? Part one taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. but only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this two-point conversion here to tie it up.
The Broncos will...
They're going to try to run it in. And he will not get in. They will come up empty on this try for two. Unable to tie this football game. So the lead is down to just two now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Set. You go, young lady. Stay set.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Ready.
Cup in motion. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
You go, set.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Zach Allen. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long.
Set. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
That's fielded at about the 18. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
Their own 29-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. That one caught by Humphrey. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
He'll run, and he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock is stopped, 55 seconds remaining here in the game.
49-yard line.
Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. A run with Dobbins. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Looked to me like the quarterback had the option to pull that and make it a throw, but he decides to give it. Probably wishes looking back that he would have pulled it because there was nowhere for that running back to go.
They'll come up now for second down. Here's Nix to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he is out of bounds. That's a couple yards short of the marker. And it'll bring up third down.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up third down.
Captain. Oh, my set. Ready. Away.
Throwing. Nix. Oh, what a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway. And he's taken down. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. They stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. What's the play call here? Fourth down and 7. Nix gonna throw for it. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
For the 12th man, a factor here as it's a win for the Seahawks. It was a game that hung in the balance much of the way, but they're able to come away with a 2-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks, as we say, so long from Seattle.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange. From the outlaw that'll never get tamed. Biscuit beats from the pirate band. Sign this deal with a lobster hand. Freestyle like a bowling pin. Flex these bars on a dolphin fin. Life's too short.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch over the... back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Right back to Dobbins on first. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
They'll go play action with Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Nix. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Again, it's Walker. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down and 3. Up the middle, here's Walker. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dowdles. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing Nix. He got his man complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. To throw. Here's Nix. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
That play looked off right from the beginning because I think he hurt himself a little bit. And he ended up making the throw short of the back on the screen attempt. It falls incomplete.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now it's Nix. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've got to probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
A 9-yard loss.
Now Darnold wants to change it up.
At the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Now it's 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. They need 18 yards here on third down.
Red 80. Real side. Go 80. Red 80. Red 80.
Now it's Darnold. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Nick Bonito drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. This is taken around the 12. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. They also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Nix. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. To throw from his end zone. Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Nix's pass. Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Second down and 8.
Nix to the air. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's caught inside the 30. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
A gain of 37 yards. First down, Denver.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 26 yards. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Broncos 10, Seahawks 7. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Down the right sideline. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Nix from the shotgun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
17. Seahawks 7. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. Oh, and his early struggles. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Smith and Jigba in motion right. On the give, it's Walker.
And we'll get this one out to about the 39 here.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Seahawks first down. First and 10.
Off of play action, Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down. A gain of 31 yards. First down, Broncos.
Nick's going to give to Harvey.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and 4. Nick's going to keep this himself. That'll be complete to Harvey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Oh, a poor throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Reek Woolen.
Mixes pass. Intercepted. Tariq Woolen on the coverage.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Darnold. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
At the 10-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. He pitches it. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Intended for R.J. Harvey. Incomplete. It's now 3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10.
Red 80. Here we go, son. Go 80.
Now Darnold. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. To throw is Nix. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
Boye Mafe able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. To throw, here's Nix. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got Smith-Njigba. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
It's 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Seahawks. First down.
They'll look to throw here. They'll let this go deep for Smith-Njigba. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Darnold now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Well, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Captain. Hold on a second. Ready. Chill. Bombers.
Here's Nix. By the Seahawk defense. Boye Mafe. Getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Throwing Nix. And that will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Ready. Here we go, set.
Now it's Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
10 yards.
Now second down and a few inches.
At the 30-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker.
It's a gain of 8. And the Seahawks.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Barner, the tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Darnold. He completes this to Walker. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
That's another Seahawks first down.
Here's Darnold. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Yo, lady. Yo, lady.
Darnold to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Brandon Jones picking it off. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nick's going to kick. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. They'll run again. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Darnold. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Nick Bonito able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
3rd down.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they will get the conversion on third down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Adam Troutman, 52 yards. And the Broncos have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Lutz good on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. At the 30-yard line. Now a draw play. It's Walker. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling.
We're a couple of miles from the Colorado State Capitol building. It's Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go from Denver. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. In motion is Varner. Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton.
Donald's pass. Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30. Five-yard line.
A gain of 15
They
yards.
get 15 on that gain.
Broncos
Good for a
first
Denver
down.
first down.
1st and 10. at
Nice
the
job by them
35-yard
getting the
line.
back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Nick snap on 1st and 10. That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, Broncos.
1st and 10
Really
at the
nice job
23-yard
there,
line.
Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
You know what they say, Mike, is the best third down play in the NFL? Don't get to third down. Well, I'll tell you what, this has been a clinic so far here on their opening drive. 3 plays, 3 first downs, and now the question is, can they take advantage of this fast start and come away with some points?
On first down, here's Nick to throw. The Seahawks scoop it up. He's to midfield. Still on the move. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And, Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
A first down throw for Nix. That is caught, and it's Troy Franklin. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
A gain of
19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
First down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Play action now. It's Nix. He's got the tight end, Adam Troutman. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's second and inches.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Second down. Nix. He'll let one go down the middle. And that is incomplete.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
He will not be able to get to the end. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's fourth down.
2 yards.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
On fourth down, here's Nix. This one complete to Sutton. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Denver first down.
First and 10.
That's already 2 catches for this guy. We haven't even seen him hand the ball to him yet, and that's really what these running backs have become in the league. They're really just all-around weapons, and if the ground game's not working, you can go to the air, and vice versa. The more times this guy touches the ball, the better it is for this offense.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Second and 10. Here's Nix to throw. That is caught at the 3. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
That's another.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Captain.
On second down, it's Nix. And he's going to be swallowed up, taken down, sacked back at the 5.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's third down and goal to go.
Nix from the gun on third down. He's got his big tight end, Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Broncos. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Kupp in motion. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Brandon Jones comes up with the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Walker. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Darnold. That's caught. It's A.J. Barner, the tight end. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Throwing, Darnold. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. Down the right sideline. And he's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. Was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. That one caught by Humphrey. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest.
Look at him go! And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, Denver. What a luxury to have in an offense. A tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Darnold to throw. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Shaheed in motion. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
To throw is Nix. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. 1st down, Broncos.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Now for Ohio State Buckeye, here's J.K. Dobbins. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's the option, running right. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll throw. It's Nix. He'll dump this out wide to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds, but he got the 1st down, so it's going to be 1st and goal. They're going to mark it at the 6.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
Here's a run. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Broncos. Lutz for the extra point. He's got it. Broncos have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Wow, indecision right away. Delay of game to start this drive. Cup in motion. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. Down the field, he's got Barner. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
A gain of 22 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 9. Pistol snap back to Darnold. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw. Snap on 1st and 10. He's going to send it downfield looking for Ingram. And he will score. Evan Ingram. Touchdown Broncos. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Broncos 28, Seahawks 14. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Cup in motion. Darnold now on 1st and 10. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On second down, it's Darnold. Off-balance throw. It's complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Here's 3rd and 7. In motion is Barner. Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. Got it with Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Walker. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. And Zach Allen there on the tackle. Second down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
We'll try and run it with Walker. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line for the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
First down.
The throw on first down is Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
15 yards on the play.
That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Cup in motion. Darnold to throw on first down. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good gain on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal. Tackle made at about the 5-yard line.
That's another Seahawks first down.
Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. Here's Walker. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. To throw is Darnold. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown Seahawks. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
28, Seahawks 21. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
A first down throw for Nix. He will air this out, looking for certain. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. That one intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike. You're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
Jason Myers to kick
So
off
back
for
to level
Seattle.
after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Now it's Dobbins. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing is Nix. Quickly to the outside and complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of
Out-breaking
7.
routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers. Everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Third down, 3 to go.
Bombers. Almost set. Ready. Captain.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He's got his tight end, it's Ingram. He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down.
So just think, I mean, a couple minutes ago, we see a pick 6. I mean, the last thing you want to do is, the next time you step in the huddle, is go 3 and out. So that's a big conversion. Now they got to find a way to get some of this momentum back, go down and get some points, and let everybody move past that pick 6 we saw on the last possession.
Bombers.
Nix, now to throw it here on first down. He's going to send it downfield looking for Ingram. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now, Darnold. Oh, falling away. What a throw. He drops it in there. A gain of 17 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
In motion is Barner. On first and 10, here's Darnold. It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. A gain of 24 through the air. First down, Seattle.
That's another Seahawks first down. 24-yard gain on the play. First down, Seattle.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Shaheed in motion. Shotgun run now with Walker. And he is not going to get away. He might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
Third down and 9.
Red 80.
Darnold now to throw. Brings it in left side. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50. A 19-yard pickup there. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Go 80. Go 80.
Throwing, Darnold. He'll try to set up the screen here with Walker.
So anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Here's a third down and 4. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Third and short yardage, and here's Darnold. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On fourth down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. His kick is good. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the third quarter.
Job number one on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. DeMarcus Lawrence there on the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Caught on the right side by Sutton. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
He goes right back to Sutton. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
4 yards. That's another Broncos.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Dobbins going to get it now as we start the fourth. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Back at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 38 yards. A run on 1st and goal. And he will power his way into the end zone. J.K. Dobbins, touchdown Denver. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The kick by Lutz is good, and the Broncos have taken a 4-point advantage.
Seahawks 31. To kick off.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
35-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time. Here comes Zach Charbonnet. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. They need one right now. 3rd and long. Darnold to throw. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down. In motion is Barner. Here's Walker. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
Darnold. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough. But now a much more advantageous spot.
Leads to 3rd down and 1.
On 3rd down, they go with Walker, and they get it at the 18-yard line. The drive stays alive. First down picked up.
I really like this play call here, Mike, on 3rd down. Yes, it is the 4th quarter, but you've got plenty of time remaining. So keep running your offense, stay with what's worked, and they keep it on the ground and pick up a first down.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Smith in Jigba. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially, it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. In motion is Barner. Here's Darnold. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. That one incomplete. coverage. Outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Shaheed in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan McMillan. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line. Dobbins, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Here's Harvey. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
No gain on the
so,
play.
2 minutes to play here in the
2.
2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's 3rd and 2.
Ready. Ball 11.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. And this one doesn't do a whole lot. It's out of bounds, short of midfield.
The 47-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Shaheed with the catch. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here comes 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. A throw on the move is caught. A gain there of 15. 1st down, Seattle.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. In motion is Barner. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Now Walker. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 16-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Walker. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
We're going to set.
They go with Walker. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
We're going to set.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
The pressure intensifies for 4th down and 3. Shaheed in motion. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Jason Myers.
One play, 4th down. Everything you've done comes down to this point, Mike. I mean, what a finish. Somehow they dial up the play they need when they need it the most. And it looks like they're going to get out of this one with a victory.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
Chill. Hold on a sec. Ready. Away.
Working out of the gun. It's Nix. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another 1st down.
This guy has just such a knack for getting open, Mike, and whenever they're looking for that big play, he's usually one of the guys at the top of the progression, and it's pretty easy to see why.
Now Seattle will use the final timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll stick to the ground. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Now, timeout caller. Let's see, you're looking at a long field goal try from here. Well, this might be one final heave to the end zone.
A 50-yard attempt.
He banged this one, and he's got it. Gets it from long distance. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime.
For the Broncos.
Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go. One final play. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed. That ball intercepted. Picked off by P.J. Locke. And he'll be taken down. That means we are going to overtime.
Jason Myers to kick off.
4 quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Knicks now on 1st and 10. That one caught by Humphrey. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
First down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Draw play here for Harvey. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made at the 49-yard line. A 1-yard
This
gain
is 3rd and 6.
brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw is Nix. And swung out to Harvey. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
11. Ready.
Working in the middle, that's Harvey. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Bombers.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Here's Nix to throw. He'll air it out down the middle. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
This kick is good. He knocks it through. And they get the upper hand as they take the lead to start overtime.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Trying to bounce that one outside, but only to be able to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.